Good afternoon. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm on a water fast. And I want you to know I cheated on my water fast last week when I went to see my mother and father's parents. I ate watermelon. I drank coffee. I ate steak. I did everything that someone on a water fast should not do. And I want you to know this morning about 1:30 in the morning, I had a hell of an awful morning because let me share with you my big mistake. When you're not used to drinking coffee, as I wasn't, because I haven't had a cup of coffee in years, because I used to drink 8, 10, 12 cups of coffee a day at work because I just needed the caffeine. I needed an energy boost. Uh, and you're not used to it, your body lets you know. Caffeine is very addictive. And I kid you not, I drank coffee last week at my mother and father in laws, and uh, I knew I would have to pay, and I paid this morning. This morning was terrible uh, because today is week one, day two. I am down 3.3 pounds. I'm down from 233 to 230.6. And for some reason, that math isn't right. I'm down about 3 pounds in one day. So my current weight is 230.6. But I knew I would have to be starting water fasting all over back on week one, day one. And I knew I would be going off of coffee. Well, I had a caffeine headache to beat all caffeine headaches this morning. I mean, my head hurt so bad that it actually woke me up out of a sleep, and it was just a pounding, hard headache. Thankfully, even though my head still hurts a little, I'm over the worst of it. But that's what caffeine will do to your body. Caffeine is not your friend. I don't care how much you enjoy a cup of coffee. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you're going to be true to my water fast, you're not allowed caffeine. No, you can't have caffeine in tea. You can't have caffeine in coffee. You certainly cannot have caffeine in sodas. You can't have anything other than water. So, um, and the other great thing that I did that really just screwed myself up last week is I threw my body out of ketosis. So we're on day two, week one right now. About day four, generally with me, it's day five or day six. Um, I go back into ketosis. And that's where your body starts to burn your fat around your waist, your buttocks, and your thighs for fuel. But I'm not there yet. I've never gone into ketosis on day two. So I still have that to go through. That's not painful. That's not, you know, anything bad. It's just something that I have not entered into yet. So I'm thankful for my approximate 3 pound loss today. I'm at 230.6. I really desperately need to try to get under 230 into the 220s sometime this week. I had to use my CPAP machine last night, stop breathing a couple times. So, woke up this morning just feeling terrible. But if you are fat, if you are obese, and you have insurance, consider getting a CPAP machine. It'll be a little weird to wear the mask the first week to 10 days, but then you get used to it. If you have no money, have no insurance, are fat and obese, and you need an alternative uh, to CPAP, get a CPAP machine. Only look on eBay, look in secondhand stores. You can find these. You don't need to spend $10,000 on a CPAP machine. So that's something to consider, because I didn't know what sleep apnea was until I went, and luckily my insurance covered a sleep study. But um, I like to close my program with the saying, "There's a blessing in the storm." You watched me cheat on my water fast last week. Here's the blessing. I immediately accepted that I cheated, and the very next day I started my next water fast. And the blessing for me in this storm is you got to watch me fail. You got to watch me screw up. And I didn't screw up a little bit, I screwed up a lot. I had coffee, I had watermelon, I had steak, I had cookies, I had whatever they would feed me, I ate. And again, I would caution you to watch the stress in your life. And if you feel comfortable on this channel, share with us the stress you're going through. Maybe we can help you eliminate or decrease the stress. Because stress impacts weight. Stress impacts your ability to sleep. And we all need a good night's sleep. So that's all I've got for today. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell notification and click the word all so that you'll get all of my updates. And please make sure you write down every day your weight and what week and what day you're on and whether or not you're up or down. It's encouraging to see when you're losing weight. It's also important that you know when you're gaining weight for some reason and you evaluate what you're doing. It helps. It's a good tool. Today is Friday, June the 2nd, and I don't update my channel on the weekends, but I am so pleased to be able to say, because at 1:30 this morning I actually got on the scale and weighed myself. I even hit 234 this morning, and my body was reacting to the food that I ate last week. So I'm pleased as punch to be able to tell you I didn't hit the 220s yet, but this is only the second day of my first week, but I am at 230.6. And I'm going to think long and hard about cheating again. I don't care how much stress I'm under or you're under. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Either you're dedicated to losing the weight and keeping it off, or you're not. And if you're not dedicated, if you don't think you're valuable enough to lose weight and be skinny, if you just don't think you can, there's another saying that I heard many, many years ago. If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't. So I ask you the question as I close. Do you think you can lose weight on a 4-week water fast? Do you? If the answer is no, go order a couple of pizzas, go buy a 6-pack of beer and enjoy yourself. If you in your heart of hearts want to try something new that's a meat-axe approach to losing weight that doesn't involve supplements, doesn't involve prescription drugs or drugs of any kind, hop on board with us 95 plus people and start your own water fast. So until Monday, stay healthy, stay happy. That's my update. I'm back on the Waterfast wagon, and so far in 2 days, I've done okay. But again, hopefully by the end of my first week, I will be in the 220s. It's just imperative that I get there. 230 was bad enough. 232 was even worse. To be 234 is just totally unacceptable. And so you might say I learned my lesson. So you watched me fail, you watched me get back up and forge ahead towards my goal of 198. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.